That promise of lifelong service I renew to you all today.
Prince William and Princess Catherine step into history with their first appearance as King and Queen at Windsor, stunning the world with grace, confidence, and quiet power. The moment feels both new and deeply familiar. But what really happened behind the scenes that day? And what does this mean for the future of the crown? Join us as we uncover everything. A new chapter begins. Just days after receiving a blessing at Westminster Abbey from the Archbishop of Canterbury, Princess Catherine and Prince William stepped into their first public appearance together. This moment was not seen as a simple outing. Royal insiders described it as the true beginning of a shared reign. It signaled a clear and steady transition within the monarchy. King Charles III, now under medical care and resting at Sandringham, had officially handed over daily royal responsibilities to his son and daughter-in-law. This shift was calm, respectful, and carefully managed, but its meaning was deep and far-reaching. The blessing at Westminster Abbey carried strong importance. It was not only a religious ceremony, it stood as a symbol of continuity, stability, and trust. Beneath the same arches where King Charles III was crowned 2 years earlier, the Archbishop spoke words that reached across the nation. His message focused on duty and service. It reflected the idea that the crown is not just a symbol of power, but a responsibility carried forward through generations. The setting itself added to the meaning, linking past and present in a quiet but powerful way. During this ceremony, Princess Anne created a moment that stood out in royal history. She stepped forward to present Catherine with the new Queen Consort's crown. This crown was crafted by Gerard and Company, the royal jeweler that has served the monarchy since 1735. The design of the crown carried deep meaning. It included Burmese rubies, sapphires, and diamonds taken from the collection of the late Queen Elizabeth. Each stone represented history, respect, and continuity. The crown was not simply an object of beauty. It was a clear sign of legitimacy and acceptance within the royal family and the nation. A palace statement later explained that 2 versions of this crown had been created. One version would remain in the Tower of London and would only be used during major state ceremonies. The second version was lighter and designed for smaller royal events. This was the crown Catherine wore briefly during her blessing. The decision showed careful planning, balancing tradition with practicality. It also reflected a modern approach to royal duties while still honoring long-standing customs. As the ceremony came to an end, the bells of the Abbey rang across London. The sound carried through the city, drawing attention to what had just taken place. Many people were struck by Catherine's calm and composed presence. She appeared steady, graceful, and fully aware of the importance of the moment. Observers noted that she was not simply receiving a crown, she was accepting the trust of a nation. Her expression and posture showed quiet confidence, which made a strong impression on those watching both in person and through the media. Only a few hours after this event, William and Catherine made their first official appearance as the new leaders of the monarchy in Windsor. The setting shifted from the formal atmosphere of the Abbey to a more open and emotional public space. Thousands of people gathered along the long walk. They waved Union flags and held flowers, creating a scene full of color and movement. Many wore badges that showed their support, with messages focused on the future and on William and Catherine as a team. The mood in Windsor was a mix of excitement and deep emotion. It felt less like a formal royal appearance and more like a moment of connection between the royal family and the people. There was a sense of anticipation, but also warmth. It felt as though the crowd was welcoming familiar figures into new roles. This feeling of closeness helped shape the meaning of the day. Prince William walked slightly ahead, showing a strong sense of responsibility. His posture and expression reflected the weight of his role. At the same time, he maintained a humble presence. He did not appear distant or removed. Instead, he seemed focused and aware of the people around him. Catherine walked beside him, wearing a dove-gray coat that fit her perfectly. Her appearance was simple, yet elegant. She greeted the crowd with a warm and genuine smile, making people feel noticed and valued. Children reached out with handmade cards, many drawn with crayons. Catherine took time to kneel and accept these small gifts. Her reactions were full of joy and kindness. These simple interactions created meaningful connections. An older veteran leaned forward and offered a blessing for the new queen. Catherine responded with a quiet and respectful reply that acknowledged the king. This exchange, though brief, showed her awareness of her position and her respect for tradition. This appearance was more than a public walk. It marked a clear turning point. It showed a quiet passing of responsibility, filled with emotion and purpose. Palace insiders later shared that there was a strong effort to avoid any impression of a staged or controlled display. They wanted to present William and Catherine as true partners. One aide described them as equal stewards working together during a challenging time. This approach aimed to show unity and strength without creating distance from the public. Camilla was not present at this event. Clarence House explained that her absence was due to a period of reflection following the morning's ceremony. While this explanation seemed reasonable, many in the crowd noticed her absence. It became a topic of discussion among observers and commentators. Some suggested that the events at Westminster showed the title, while Windsor revealed the deeper connection with the public. Online reactions quickly followed. Social media became filled with messages of support and discussion. Popular hashtags focused on the blessing, the crown, and the idea of Catherine as a steady presence. Many people also highlighted the role of Princess Anne, noting her influence and her ability to keep the royal family grounded during times of change. A mother from Nottingham expressed strong emotion while speaking to cameras, describing the moment as a full circle from formal duty to genuine connection. Behind the scenes, the planning for the day was detailed and careful. Every step had been considered, from timing to security. However, the final result felt natural and unforced. One important decision was to reduce visible security. This choice helped create a sense of openness and trust. It allowed William and Catherine to interact more freely with the public, strengthening the connection between them and the people. During the walk, William paused to place a child's wildflower bouquet at the base of the King Charles III Memorial Oak. This simple act carried strong meaning. It connected the present moment to the past and honored the roots of the monarchy. Catherine stood nearby, quiet and thoughtful. She seemed to understand that each small action was shaping how people would remember this transition. At the end of the event, cameras captured a powerful image. Catherine and Princess Anne stood together, holding hands. No words were spoken, but the gesture spoke clearly. It showed unity, strength, and mutual respect. It also reflected the bond between different generations within the royal family. This moment became one of the most talked about images of the day. Major news outlets, including the BBC, Sky, and ITV, shared similar views in their coverage. They described the event not as a traditional crowning, but as something deeper. They focused on the idea of a consecration, a meaningful and almost sacred passing of responsibility. This interpretation matched the tone of the day. There were no dramatic announcements or scripted displays. Instead, there was a quiet and steady transition, guided by duty and supported by public trust. Rising leadership and quiet shifts within the palace. Not everyone is celebrating this moment of change. Some of Camilla's close friends are feeling uneasy about how quickly everything has happened. To them, the shift in leadership feels sudden and unexpected. One experienced courtier, speaking privately, explained that the Queen had given the throne many years of stability, yet only a few days later, everything seemed to be moving in a different direction. It created a feeling that the transition came without enough preparation. Even so, the public response has been very different. Many people appear calm and accepting of the change. Recent polling reflects this public mood clearly. The latest YouGov poll shows that 84% of people believe the timing of the transition is wise. This strong support highlights how much confidence the public has in the future. Catherine's popularity has grown steadily since the year 2022. Her image has become stronger, and people feel more connected to her. There is a sense of excitement and encouragement from both the public and observers around the world. Across the globe, images of Catherine bowing before Anne, with the crown held above her, have spread quickly. These images have captured attention everywhere. They have been described as powerful and meaningful. One major news outlet described the moment as one of the most striking images of the decade. It clearly represents more than just a simple royal gesture. It shows a deeper meaning, a clear passing of responsibility from one generation to another. As the sun set behind Windsor, the atmosphere carried a feeling of hope. The bells rang out, not in sadness, but with a sense of renewal. The sound marked the beginning of something new. William and Catherine waved as they departed, presenting themselves as ready to take on their roles. Their actions showed confidence and a clear willingness to step forward. The very next day after the blessing, Buckingham Palace became filled with activity. While the public focused on the viral images of Anne crowning Catherine, the reality inside the palace felt very different. Instead of celebration, the mood was more serious and focused. It felt more like a time for planning and careful discussion. Important questions began to arise, especially about leadership and decision-making. At the center of these questions is Camilla. Officially, the palace has explained that she is stepping back due to Charles's health checks. This explanation appears reasonable on the surface. However, her absence from key events, including the Abbey ceremony and the appearance at Windsor, has caused some concern. Observers have noticed these absences and begun to ask questions. Within the palace, staff members have been very careful with their words. They describe Camilla's time away as private time at Ray Mill. Still, those close to her feel that something more may be happening. There is a growing sense that she is being quietly moved away from the center of attention. While she watched the events from a distance, the message seemed clear to some observers. Catherine is now becoming the figure that people look to for leadership. For those who have followed the royal family for many years, this shift feels significant. It is not just a small adjustment, but a clear change in direction. After the blessing, even the way communication was handled began to change. Previously, responsibilities were shared between Buckingham Palace and Clarence House. Now, the focus has shifted more toward the Wales household. Officials have described this adjustment as temporary, but many observers see it as something more meaningful. It may be a sign of deeper changes happening within the institution. Charles approved this new arrangement after visiting his doctor, which gives it formal support. At the same time, there are suggestions that Anne played a strong role in encouraging this shift. One phrase has quickly become important during this period. The words, "they are ready," have been repeated and noticed by many. The message is simple, but carries strong meaning. It suggests that the next generation is prepared to step forward and take responsibility. Windsor itself seems to reflect this moment. There is a sense that it is moving away from older traditions and opening the door to a more modern and energetic approach. Catherine's leadership style is becoming more visible, and her influence continues to grow. Soon after the blessing, her schedule became very full. She hosted a luncheon for Commonwealth youth ambassadors at Kensington Palace. During this event, she focused on topics such as education and innovation. Her approach showed that she is not only ready to lead, but also focused on issues that matter to younger generations. The public response to her efforts has been very positive. One major publication described her as the people's diplomat. This title reflects how she connects with others and represents the country in a warm and approachable way. Despite this positive public image, there is still tension within the palace. Changes in staff have added to the sense that a shift in power is taking place. Camilla's private secretary resigned not long after the blessing. At the same time, other staff members were reassigned. These changes suggest that roles and responsibilities are being reorganized. Princess Anne has taken on an important role during this time. She has worked to keep everything stable and balanced. She visited Charles regularly, providing updates and encouraging unity within the family. Her actions show a strong commitment to maintaining order during a period of change. When asked whether these developments are permanent, Anne gave a clear and thoughtful response. She explained that the crown does not wait for comfort, but for courage. This idea highlights the importance of being ready to act, even when situations are difficult. It also shows a difference in approach between Anne's openness and Camilla's quieter presence. While Camilla's friends continue to say that she remains loyal to the king, her public role has become less visible. At the same time, Catherine has stepped forward to take on more duties. This contrast has made the shift even more noticeable. There have also been discussions about a possible dual monarchy by duty. This idea suggests that William and Catherine could share responsibilities in a more balanced way. It reflects a modern approach to leadership, where duties are divided and managed together. The Archbishop of Canterbury also offered insight during this period. He explained that a blessing helps prepare people for future leadership. His words seem to support the growing role that Catherine is taking on. Catherine herself has remained active and focused. She visited a children's hospice, showing care and attention to important social issues. At the same time, she prepared to lead the Commonwealth Youth Forum. These actions demonstrate her involvement in different areas and her readiness to handle a wide range of responsibilities. Steps forward with grace and purpose. The sun settles low in the afternoon sky, spreading a soft and golden light across the scene as the motorcade arrives. The atmosphere feels calm, yet filled with quiet excitement. The crowd responds in a gentle and respectful way, offering soft applause while small flags wave in the air. This moment carries deep meaning as it marks the first public appearance since the recent blessing. The sense of anticipation is clear, and thousands of people have gathered, all eager to witness this important transition. Even though Charles is not physically visible, his presence is deeply felt throughout the event. White roses are placed carefully, and the sound of church bells fills the air, serving as a reminder of his influence and continued role. These small but powerful details show that he remains connected to the moment in spirit, even without standing before the crowd. Prince William and Catherine step out together, side by side. Their appearance is simple yet thoughtful. Both are dressed in navy clothing, a choice that quietly communicates unity, focus, and shared purpose. Their calm and natural presence sends a strong message without the need for words. As they begin to walk along a familiar path, their genuine smiles and relaxed manner show that they are fully present and deeply engaged with the people around them. This event is not only about appearance, it is a celebration of those who stood by Charles during a quieter period. It also highlights the moment where a new leader begins to step forward. There is a feeling of continuity, but also a sense of fresh direction. Catherine moves through the crowd with warmth and kindness. At one moment, she stops to speak with an elderly gardener. The exchange is simple, yet meaningful. The gardener offers her white lilies for the king, a gesture filled with respect and care. Catherine accepts them with gentle appreciation, showing her natural ability to connect with people in a sincere and human way. Her actions reflect compassion and attention to others, no matter how small the moment may seem. Nearby, William takes time to engage with a group of scouts. He speaks with them in a thoughtful and encouraging way, focusing on the importance of service that often goes unnoticed. His words highlight the value of quiet dedication and remind everyone that meaningful contributions do not always need recognition to matter. Inside the venue, Anne leads a meeting with calm strength and kindness. Her presence brings stability and clarity. She reminds everyone that the crown is not simply a symbol of status, but a deep responsibility. Her message is clear and steady, guiding those present to understand the true meaning of service and duty. Later, Catherine reflects on Anne's words. She feels a strong connection to the message and carries it with her. It reinforces her understanding of what lies ahead and strengthens her commitment to her role. The idea of duty becomes even more central, shaping her approach and guiding her actions. As the day moves toward twilight, Catherine continues her work by meeting with leaders from different organizations. These meetings focus on building real connections rather than creating grand displays. The emphasis is on meaningful engagement, showing a shift toward efforts that are centered on communities and people. This approach signals a clear change in direction, one that values depth over appearance. While this new path begins to take shape, not everyone feels at ease. Camilla's team expresses frustration, feeling as though they are being pushed aside. They struggle with how the media is covering events, and this creates a sense of tension within the palace. The situation reflects the challenges that often come with change, especially when attention shifts from one figure to another. At the same time, Charles quietly shows his appreciation for Catherine's work. He recognizes the sense of continuity she brings and understands the importance of her role in this moment. His support adds another layer of stability, even as changes continue to unfold. As preparations move forward, invitations are sent out for the youth forum. During this time, Catherine begins to be seen informally as the Queen Consort designate. This shift happens quietly, without any grand announcement, but it carries clear meaning. It marks a transition that feels natural and steady. In private moments, Catherine and Anne share an understanding of what the future holds. They both recognize the weight of the responsibilities ahead. These quiet reflections allow them to prepare mentally and emotionally for what is to come. As the story continues to develop, it becomes clear that this is no longer just a simple handover. It is the beginning of a new direction, shaped by Catherine's presence and her approach. She carries with her a sense of hope, offering a vision that feels both fresh and grounded. Soon attention turns to the Commonwealth Youth Forum, which signals the start of a new era. Dawn arrives over Westminster with light rain falling gently. The setting feels calm and reflective, creating the perfect background for such an important gathering. Delegates from more than 40 countries fill the hall, bringing together a wide range of voices. Young leaders, cultural figures, and people of faith all come together, each one ready to listen and contribute. Catherine enters the space wearing a sharp ivory suit. Her appearance is elegant but not overwhelming. The way she carries herself reflects a strong sense of service. As she begins to speak, she does so without relying on a script. Her words flow naturally, and her warmth fills the room. Her message focuses on the true meaning of the Commonwealth. She explains that it is not simply about maps or geography. Instead, it is about shared values, faith, and leading through service. Her words resonate with those present, and the audience responds with strong applause. Many experienced observers note her calm and confident presence, seeing it as a sign of strong leadership. Throughout the event, Catherine takes time to listen. She engages in meaningful discussions about education, the achievements of women, and environmental efforts. Her approach is open and thoughtful. At one point, she sits on the floor with children from Nairobi and Delhi, sharing in their hopes and dreams. This simple action creates a powerful image of connection and unity. Cameras capture these moments, showing a leader who is approachable and sincere. The sense of togetherness becomes clear, and it strengthens the impact of the event. Anne watches with quiet pride. She sees the strength in Catherine's approach and recognizes the effectiveness of her style. Her reaction reflects confidence in what is unfolding. Meanwhile, in Wiltshire, Camilla attends a literacy event. Her visit is calm and low-key. While it is acknowledged, it does not receive the same level of attention. She feels the difference in energy, as much of the focus remains on Catherine. Her team describes this as a strategic situation, but the contrast is noticeable. As evening approaches, Catherine closes the forum with a strong and thoughtful message. She emphasizes that the role of the crown is to remind people of shared values, not to command them. She speaks about compassion as a true strength. Her words leave a lasting impression, and the audience responds with applause that continues for 2 minutes. Observers begin to describe her message as something that connects deeply with younger generations. Headlines reflect this shift, highlighting her role in guiding the Commonwealth forward. Images of her standing beside Anne under a banner become symbols of unity and shared purpose. A gentle transition. As a new era begins. Charles is currently resting at Sandringham, following careful advice from his doctors. During this period, he has reduced his public appearances. This quieter time is being described as a moment for reflection. It also marks a period of preparation, as he begins to gradually hand over responsibilities to the next generation. This transition is not sudden, but it is clear and steady. Catherine has taken on a leading role during this time, especially throughout the holiday season. Acting in a position similar to that of a queen, she is guiding events with a fresh and thoughtful approach. Her focus is not on grand displays or elaborate ceremonies. Instead, she chooses to create meaningful and real connections. Her activities include simple and heartfelt moments, such as carol services at the Abbey and peaceful walks at Sandringham. These choices reflect a softer and more personal style of leadership. The palace itself mirrors this gentle tone. Decorations are not only elegant, but also filled with warmth. Many of them are children's crafts, symbolizing shared joy and togetherness. This small but thoughtful detail shows a shift in values, where emotion and connection are placed above formality. Even Anne notices the difference, expressing that this season feels calmer and more gentle than before. On the 23rd of December, Catherine speaks at a special event held at Westminster Abbey. She stands at the same lectern where Elizabeth II once spoke. Her presence there carries deep meaning. Her voice is steady and clear as she speaks about the importance of kindness and stronger communities. The crown is placed nearby, but she does not wear it. This image becomes widely shared and admired. It presents her as a figure of quiet strength and care, leading many to see her as a queen for the people. At the same time, there is a noticeable shift in leadership within the royal family. Charles's period of rest may continue for longer than expected. As a result, William and Catherine are stepping forward more visibly. Although there has been no official announcement of a regency, the change is understood by many. It is a natural movement toward the future. Family unity remains strong during this transition. Anne plays a key role with her steady leadership. Catherine brings warmth and emotional connection. Charles continues to offer his support from a distance. Together, they maintain balance and stability. However, Camilla's role has become less central. Her presence is quieter, and her influence appears to be reduced. As William and Catherine leave Sandringham, a clear message is felt. The monarchy is embracing the present. It is evolving into something more compassionate and understanding. Catherine's role is not temporary or symbolic. It is something she has built with care and dedication over many months. Her work includes late nights, careful planning, and thoughtful ideas. Her focus is on creating a shared purpose in a world that often feels divided. This vision quickly gains Anne's approval, and the two women form a strong partnership. Catherine connects with people on an emotional level, while Anne offers guidance and support. Their teamwork strengthens the royal family's direction. Behind the scenes, the palace team ensures that everything runs smoothly. They support both Charles and William as duties continue. Catherine's approach stands out as something new. She prefers open and honest discussions instead of formal dinners. Topics such as girls' education and climate change are brought forward in meaningful ways. She also involves scholars from different parts of the world, creating a wider and more inclusive conversation. Experts from the Foreign Office have noted this change. They see her approach as a shift toward deeper and more important discussions. Even her symbolic choices reflect this direction. Her selection of the Jared Crown of Service highlights her commitment to strong ethical values and responsibility. At the same time, Camilla faces growing challenges. Some of her charity events have been postponed, leading to concerns about her role. William speaks with her and gently reminds her that change is necessary. Observers and commentators begin to notice signs of a shift in influence. Despite this, Catherine remains focused on the future. She is developing plans for a new forum that will highlight the voices of young people. Her belief in teamwork is clear. She does not seek attention for herself, but instead creates space for others to be heard. Social media has responded positively to this vision, showing strong support for her ideas. From Sandringham, Charles watches these developments with pride. He sees the legacy being shaped and feels reassured that everything is coming together. His support remains steady, even from a distance. The direction of this new phase is defined by grace and careful leadership. Meanwhile, Camilla's inner circle begins to feel a growing distance. She is no longer included in key strategy meetings or press updates. This change is quiet but noticeable. One aide shares that she starts her mornings by reading newspapers, observing the stories being told, and realizing that her presence is no longer highlighted. This signals a quiet closing of one chapter. At Westminster Hall, Catherine and Anne stand together beside Charles's coronation seat. Catherine reaches out and touches it, acknowledging its importance. Anne responds in a way that reflects trust and the passing of responsibility between generations. This moment carries deep meaning, showing respect for the past and readiness for the future. As the monarchy continues to change, it moves toward a new kind of leadership. It is guided by a woman who carries both humility and strong hope. Her vision is centered on empathy and understanding. With each new day, this transformation becomes more visible. The feeling grows that the crown is no longer heavy, but light and ready for a new era.